we're going to be running through a game that is 1 part dungeon crawl, couple parts cabin in the woods, depending on how many monster drops you donate to me tonight, folks, for $75. But before we get into all that stuff, just want to say thank you for joining us. Games Tavern, thanks for having us here. Usually we're on, or at least myself, Andy and Ashley are over on Guild Superior's Twitch channel, so we're happy to be here today. Lots of things to get through so we can get to the game. So check out the information below if you want to find out what the Games Tavern does on other days besides right now. And I'm going to turn it over to Ashley.
Oh, hey, am I going to talk about the Twitch subscription?
Yeah.
That's great. So did you know that you can, if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you get a free monthly membership to the stream of your choice every month? No. I know, right?
That is crazy talk.
Yeah. So what you need to do is you go into Amazon membership, go to membership benefits, Prime Gaming, and then click free subscription. And then you want to log into your Twitch account, link to your Amazon account, and you will get a free $5 subscription to the streamer of your choice every month. And in fact, like, you've already spent this money. So if you're not using your free $5 Amazon membership, you're basically throwing money away. And nobody likes to do that. No. Right? So look, get on Amazon Prime, tell them where to send part of the money that you already pay every month to a Twitch streamer, maybe Guild Superior, maybe the Games Tavern. Like, get on it, do it.
Just do it. Thanks. Rob, do you have something for us, sir?
A monstrous thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring this show. Shard Tabletop is the place to play 5e. You have on-demand access to the rules, to adventures, to supplements, and there are digital tools for character building and advanced GMing. Honestly, the DM tools included in Shard make it so easy to run a game. I don't want to say anyone can do it because that's not fair. DMs work hard, but anyone can learn to do it. Check them out in the link in chat. And I just want to add, they definitely make what I consider to be the best virtual tabletop, specifically for 5e. So much fun. We use it in most of our own games here at the Games Tavern. And Travis, I think you want to talk about a giveaway?
Oh, yes. We're going to be having a giveaway today. It's going to be the Epic's Character Avatar Fantasy Starter Bundle. I know it's a mouthful right there, but you can check them out over at overheadgames.com. When the raffle starts, you get the notification. You want to type in !Epic. Remember, you must be a follower to enter and be present in the chat for the staff to contact you for you to win. We're going to be taking in entries for this all the way up until the end. So make sure you stick around all the way to the end.
Sweet. Thank you, Travis. Guys, just as a quick heads up to everybody who's playing and folks that are watching, this is a charity stream tonight. We're doing a charity tonight. It's today, whatever time it is. It's still a charity stream. Doesn't matter. We're raising money for veterans. We have partnered with the great people at the Games Tavern, who have partnered with the great people at Operation Supply Drop to raise money for veterans. Operation Supply Drop is fantastic. They've been around for 10 years. They've helped over 1.5 million veterans, active duty and military families. And they are really focused on a mission of making fun where there is none. They're using gaming as a catalyst, essentially, for mental health and wellness. And they have a couple of different programs that are really great. We're raising money to help out with this. It's really important that we don't forget about the men and women who have served our country. And OSD supplies programs that include social connectivity, professional development, community service. They're just really awesome. So we hope that you will get involved today and help to make their programs successful for our veterans. Now, there's some really cool things if you're going to donate, or if you have donated, which there should be a link in the chat so that you can see where to go. But we've got the Shard Tabletop Bundle. So if you donate, $50, you get the Shard Tabletop 1-year adventure subscription. Plus you get a bunch of game bundles that go with it. If you go to a $100 level, you get the Shard Tabletop Game Master subscription. I'm not familiar with the difference between those two, but they're both sound amazing. So think about that. Plus you get 5 bundles. I mean, it's you got to do it. The other thing that I should mention is that there's a lot of incentives for you to donate. So for example, if you want to donate $10, you could maybe give, I don't know, Anna's character a healing potion.
I would second this.
However, and I'm just going to say this because I would be remiss to forget, if you want to see the real magic happen tonight, today, whenever it is, $75 donations creates a monster drop, folks. And as I mentioned before, that's where we get into the cabin in the woods scenario, if you know what I mean. If you're catching my drift, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, get in on the action, donate. I'm going to now stop talking because I've had too much coffee, and I'm going to, he is asking for help already. Very good. Very good. I'm going to pass it over to somebody to introduce them. Travis Eversalt, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and feel free to promote anything that you've got going on in the TTRPG space or otherwise.
All right. Well, hi. Name is Travis, also known as Eversalt. You can find me either on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. For right now, I'm doing a lot of mostly video game RPG content. The YouTube channel is a little bit in the beginnings. I got a lot of backlog to put in, to edit and send out. But usually my shtick with a lot of my content is just me being goofy, voicing over a lot of dialogue or anything like that. And yeah, I you'd have to see it for yourself to really get an idea of what it is.
It's kind of an acid trip, really. Anna.
Hi, my name's Anna. I stream with these TGT guys. You can also find me in social media under AmberAnna391 on Twitter and Instagram. And today I am going to be playing I know this will shock you, but another rogue.
Oh,
yeah.
Is this a pattern for you, Anna?
Something like that, yeah. It just seems like nobody else ever claims the rogue, and you have to have a rogue. I mean, somebody in the co-party has to know to pick locks. So what am I supposed to do? Deny us this ability?
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. Appreciate
Team
that.
player.
It's a
Let
noble
me write that down.
sacrifice.
I got to write that down.
Yeah,
Locks.
somebody has to do that.
Need locks. Okay. Andy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Andy. I will be playing Modred Grendel. He is a 5th level Twilight Domain cleric. Normally, you can find me over at the Superior Adventurers Guild Twitch channel. We stream on Wednesdays and Thursday nights, and I play in both those games. And we have a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to having fun today.
Yeah. Thank you, Andy.
Yep.
Ashley.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley. I'm also Minnesota Muse. Let's see, I'm also a member of the Superior Adventurers Guild, and I play on Thursdays and Wednesdays now, which is new.
Ooh.
And today I am playing the character of Zomoira, and I am an Aasimar Celestial Warlock, Pack of the Tome. Very excited for this.
Wow. Sounds fancy.
It is.
Last but not least, Rob. Hi.
Rob. I'm actually from the Games Tavern. I stream with these guys occasionally, and maybe I'll be back full time again soon. Don't tell anybody. I am playing Brim. Brim is a Ratican dwarf who specializes in sneaking around. He's not a rogue. He's a ranger. Wink. I'm looking forward to Dave trying to kill us all. Right?
Are you trying to
That's
muscle
what
in
they
on my
said.
rogue turf, Rob?
No, definitely not. No.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on you.
You know, Reed said, hey, Dave, come on by, run a game, murder everybody in the party. It'll be fun. I was like, okay, you got me at TPK. Thank you so much, everybody. Are there any other announcements that we might have missed from the Games Tavern side of things? I think we nailed everything, guys. Not bad. All right. Well, my friends, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. What do you say? Now, you have been called as a party, as a group, as a team, to investigate the disappearance of an entire village's worth of people. They have gone missing. There are reports that they have been drawn, led, compelled to leave and march into a fractured chasm in the side of a mountain in the Rakers, in the Archbarony of Radek. We pick up our adventure as you stand outside of this fissure, standing there with what by all accounts is the last lone survivor of the town of Arberg, stands before you, having guided you towards the mountain where the people have disappeared. A 15-foot tall crack in the vertical surface, riven by darkness. This man looks expectantly after having related the events of what your benefactors and your employers have taken to calling the vanishing. Approximately 128 villagers dropped whatever it was they were doing shortly after an earthquake hit and walked directly into the fissure to disappear. My friends, what would you like to do? And let me say this, if you want to describe your characters at all, we could do that. If you have some a word picture that you'd like to paint for people who are watching, you've done a little bit of that already, but don't hesitate to do that. It's always fun to introduce your character.
So, my character pieces around the edge of the fissure a bit and looks inside. She's a sea elf, very tall, pale skin, dark red hair, very curly, very long, and green eyes. And of course, pointy ears. Can't have an elf without pointy ears. But, so she looks around a little bit and she casts an eyebrow. She raises an eyebrow. She looks at, what was the name of the guy, the survivor again?
My name is Laquies.
Laquies. So, what were you doing when the rest of the villagers apparently just got up and walked away?
It was the damnedest thing to see. I, admittedly, was deep in my cups, but the others got up and walked away. I tried to stop them, but couldn't do it.
Is Laquies a human, or is he?
Yep.
Okay.
So you look at this man. Go ahead and roll a. I don't know. Roll a perception check for me.
Ooh, okay.
Boy.
This is too far north for.
Ooh, I got a
Undead?
21. Ooh.
Mm. All right. Well, with the 21, Zomoira, got to remember these names. Zomoira. You look at the man, and he is old. He looks disheveled. You note a kind of a wax-like skin, dark circles around his eyes as if he hasn't slept, almost like bruises against pale skin. There appears to be a large swollen goiter around his neck that sort of peeks out from his tunic. And he's, as I said, he's kind of old and he's sort of hunched, maybe some osteoporosis going on. He looks worn, weary, and wretched.
And you haven't heard from them since they disappeared?
I have not. They're just gone. I did not want to follow. It looks terrifying.
I understand.
Did they make any sound when was there any talking or communicating between them when they left?
There was nothing. The earthquake rattled the village and the hillside, the mountain slopes. They dropped everything in the middle of cleaning and caring for their animals and walked away. No speech, no talk, no nothing. I tried to stop them, but I couldn't, and they just walked past me as if they were lost in some trance.
In my study of the arcane, would I have experienced or have any knowledge of something like this happening, like a spell effect or such?
Roll an Arcana check for me.
Yeah.
Let's get in.
Grim is going to take a look at the tracks left by the villagers if he can. He's a pretty dark-skinned, dark-haired dwarf, typical for Ratika. The only thing that's unusual about him is he wears it looks like a bear fang necklace, and his hand often wanders up to it.
Roll a survival check for me, Grim.
Sure.
Zomoira, what did you get?
I got a 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, based on the description that this individual is giving you, it could have been some sort of, perhaps they were being mind controlled. Perhaps they were charmed. Perhaps you've heard of situations where there are things from the Underdark, spores, perhaps. I don't know how deep your lore goes into the Underdark, but plants and fungal substances that could ensorcel people's brains and cause them to do strange things.
Okay.
And what did you roll, Brim?
24.
Yes. One of the things that clearly stands out to you as you look at the tracks leading up to this fractured rock face is that they are almost all in line with each other, as if walking single file, very orderly, not as what you might expect of a crowd of people walking about.
It's like they all decided to leave and then followed in each other's footsteps.
It sounds like whatever it was may have been controlling them all at the same time. Maybe spores, a plant, mind control.
Yeah, maybe a lich or a vampire.
Kind of charm.
I look at our survivor and I say, earthquakes common in this region. Do you normally have them here?
The rakers are quite stable in this area, but there are stories.
Stories?
Old stories. Well, I don't know how many years back, 100, 120 years. It's told that there were similar quakes in this region and other small villages and towns that where the people moved away or left or emigrated or disappeared, perhaps. But no tremors within recent history that I'm aware of, but I'm a town drunk.
So, you're a lone survivor, are you?
It appears as though I do not feel lucky for it, though.
I look at him really closely and I say, any idea why you might have not affected by whatever took the other villagers?
The man was drunk. Drunk affects the head, right?
But do we know if he was the only drunk?
I don't know the answer to that.
Can I do an insight check to see if he's lying?
Yeah, I was like,
Sure.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
12.
You
12.
okay. Yeah. So both Mordred and I'm sorry, Anna, how's your character's name pronounced?
Yvonne.
Yvonne. Both Mordred and Yvonne, you look at this man and he seems confused about why he was the only survivor. He doesn't know the answer. When he says that he's not sure how to answer, he's being truthful as best as you can tell.
Maybe he was passed out or something.
Not if he were not possible. Not if he actually saw the moment when they started to turn away and walk toward this fissure.
I tried to stop them. My family walked right in. My brother and his children. Do you intend to go after them?
We intend to go into this fracture, if only to find out what's inside.
I'd like to do a little more investigating outside first before we take that risk, see what we can find out about what's going on.
Yeah,
Wherever there's darkness, I will go, and I will ferret it out.
So, Yvonne, what would you like to investigate outside of this opening?
I look around the fissure, I walk around the edge, see if there's anything that stands out, anything that looks unusual or looks like it might give clues to what's going on. Maybe like a creature's tracks or something somebody might have left behind.
While she's doing that, Brim's actually going to examine the stone itself, see if there's anything that would indicate why it fractured or broke here.
Okay, that sounds good. So, let's see, Anna, roll me. Why don't you both roll investigation checks for me? And if you have any sort of, do you have like stone cunning? Would that apply here? I don't know. It's not really a history check.
Stone cunning is stonework.
Oh, very nice.
Natural 20.
Ooh, hello.
Ew.
Wow. I will say this, Yvonne. You look about and you search the area thoroughly. You do not find tracks of creatures. You do not find anything that would indicate some sort of a struggle. A couple of things you notice, though. There is no sound of the forest around you, nor birds that you might expect chirping in the trees.
Is this a wooded area? Are there woods nearby?
You're at the edge of the wood. Yep.
Okay.
You might expect there to be, animal sounds from the nearby forest. There are none. You also, because you rolled amazing, you also find a small item laying nearby. It is a doll. It is a homemade, stitched together, lashed with roots probably of a tree, charcoal eyes and mouth drawn on its face, stuffed with leaves.
Okay.
Crude, but it is definitely a toy of some type, and it is a little doll of a girl.
Is it near the footprints that Brim saw of the
It is.
people going into the... Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I pick it up and I hold it up to the others and I say, this looks like it was perhaps struck by one of the villagers. Also, has anyone else noticed that it's incredibly quiet around here?
There is nothing wrong with the rock. It is normal for the Rakers.
Something has frightened or taken all the animals from here.
Perhaps the same thing that lured in the villagers.
Rim, what did you roll on your check? Sorry.
7.
Okay.
Which is why it looks normal to him.
Yep. Thank you.
Is there anything coming out of the fissure? Is it just darkness, or any smells or smoke or anything like that?
Ooh, good question.
That's a great question. You get up close and you look. There's no smoke. It does smell a bit stale, the air, but at this point, it's not. There's nothing that's out of the ordinary other than this animal thing with no birds chirping and the like. But in terms of something from the fissure itself, it just looks like a dark cavern, a cut.
So no issues with local flora,
Mm-mm.
trees or grass or anything.
Nope.
All right.
Nope. Everything looks pretty normal. Yes. Zomoira.
I would like to cast Detect Magic on the doll and on the fissure. Just kind of give it a once over.
Okay. As you do that, you sort of have your eyes kind of flash for a moment as you look upon the doll and this fractured wall leading into darkness, and you do not get any pings on the old Detect Magic radar screen.
There's no arcane magic on any of these things.
Tim, I thought perhaps we'd been lucky enough to find a clue. Curses.
Then we go in.
Normally, I'd like to look at the village first. It doesn't sound like we are likely to find much there, even if we search all the houses. And how much time would that take?
It would seem unlikely since they were all affected. I guess there could be some sort of clue, but where would we start?
Exactly.
Without much of an option, I suggest that we go, because we could be wasting valuable time. We don't know how long they are alive.
It's true, and I will come with you. We can find the people and figure this out.
Are you sure? In your condition.
Will you need
do
a
not
torch?
I do
It
not
could be
intend to live here by
strenuous.
myself. I cannot stay here with my family and friends all missing.
It's fair.
Is good. I will go first. Yes, Johan?
Yes, please.
I cast mage armor on myself.
Yeah. So Brim will
Smart.
step through the fracture and let his eyes adjust.
I have my shield
Okay.
out.
All right, so let's get a marching order. We got Brim in the front. Who's behind
Ohana.
Brim? All right, so we got Vikea. Who's next? Who wants to go third?
I'll go third.
All right, Mordred, Zomoira,
And
Yvonne,
Zomoira.
yeah, and then the villager guy.
I'll take
go-
rear guard.
All right,
Anyone have a light?
I cast light.
I have a torch if you need one.
I also
Much
have lantern
appreciated.
for signaling, but it can also be used for light.
If we can do this, well, if there's anyone who can't see in the dark, I suppose we can't do this without light. But I prefer not to give anything down there warning we're coming. At least more warning than we can help.
Yes, that's why I am far ahead.
And so I would suggest, what is the weakest light that we have available to us so it does not signal?
Brim has a
Probably-
bullseye lantern, so you can
Yeah.
actually close it.
Probably
Um,
that lantern.
Well,
or a
then I
torch.
won't cast light.
So Brim will hand the lantern off
You're
to
strong.
to Vikia, I guess.
I just
And look-
take the pebble that I cast light and I just chuck it back.
Much,
Like,
Don't
much
litter.
appreciated, Brim.
Perhaps if Brim scouts a little bit ahead, that way he'll see any trouble before it can see us, and that way we'll avoid. And that way you can have some light for.
Yes, dwarf stays in dark.
very good. So, you follow this narrow fissure deep into this granite wall. As you do, are you stealthing, Brim? Are you
Yeah.
moving stealthily? Go ahead and
Brim
roll a
doesn't
stealth
know
check
this
for me.
terrain, so yeah, he's gonna move with a little
Okay.
bit of stealth and a lot of precaution. That's a 21 for stealth.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you move about, and there you can hear from the party behind you the sharp crunch of rock shards underfoot, but you seem to be well adapted for moving about, and you do so very quietly. After a few minutes of moving through this narrow, it's almost like a slot canyon type of scenario, very tight. You find yourself in an opening, a cavern that opens up, and there is at the far end of this opening, probably 30 to 40 feet away, some sort of a source of dim light. It almost seems to be pulsing.
Any chance I can figure out what it is from here? Or do I need to get closer?
You you could try.
All right. What am I rolling here?
Roll a perception check as the rest of the party is coming up behind you.
All right.
And you all see this as well as you sort of line up behind Brim.
16 perception.
It's hard to tell. There are a couple of boulders you can see with the bit of light that's given off by your hooded lantern. You can see with your dark vision that there are some large boulders in this room that block the view of the source of light. So you can just kind of see the light sort of peeling around some rock formations and kind of over the top of them as well. So it's really hard to tell what it is.
There is some kind of glowing light at the far side. I cannot see what it is from here, so I'm going to move up. And he will creep his way across the cavern as best he can.
Okay. You want to close the entire distance between yourself and the source of light, or you want to go halfway, or get as close as you can?
He's going to look for an angle where he can actually see what it is.
Okay.
However far that takes him.
Okay. So you get up about halfway across this opening. The rest of your party sort of stacked up at the entrance to this opening. The rest of you can see him moving forward away from you. And you creep up to beside a rock. There's this boulder that you can kind of hunch down behind, and you look about and you see what could best be described as an orb of light that seems to be affixed to something that seems to be embedded in the rock.
All right. And then Brim will creep back to the group and say, is some kind of fixed light in the rock?
Was
Is
it on
it
the
meant-
wall,
Rock.
the ceiling, the floor?
On the wall, it's a orb of light.
Did it look like some creature had made it, or did it look natural?
It looked like magic. As he says that, he touches his necklace again.
Maybe I should take a look at it.
That is unusual. We should all. You didn't see anything or creature, right?
Nothing near the orb, just the orb.
I'm gonna go stealth up to it and cast detect magic on it. I mean, it's probably magical, but see if I can glean anything.
Yeah, immediately the field of magic sensing is blown up as the light itself that is given off by this orbs appears magical in essence, almost like a floating cloud of magic electrons. And then there's the orb itself shining brighter than when you were looking at it without your detect magic. And yeah, that's what you see. Are you right? Are you
there a
close?
school of magic?
It would probably be
Is it just light?
yeah,
Maybe
it's-
evocation, right?
Yeah, that sounds right. Definitely.
He looks so truthful when he says that.
Well, I mean, if it
Says
it,
right
like,
here, avocation.
let off something else,
Okay.
then maybe I would.
You get the
know.
sense that it's some sort of a magical light source.
It's magic,
Not,
yes.
yeah. How
It
close
is
are you,
magic.
Zomoira? Are you right
He
up
crept
next
up
to the
with her.
door?
About 30 feet away
Okay.
from it.
Yep.
Because that's how far
Um,
I have to be to cast detect magic.
Why don't the two of you and anyone else who is within 30 feet of it roll a perception check for me
All right.
as you're kind of gazing about at this strange light.
13.
Okay.
It's very bright.
14.
Okay.
25.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a
Alright.
9, by the way.
So it's pretty much everybody's moved up to about 30 feet away. Is it safe
Yeah.
to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We moved up with
So-
Zomoira.
It's all part of the plan.
Yep. Okay, so if anybody who rolled, give me a hands up if you rolled over a 13 or over. Okay, so the everybody except for Zomoira, you are transfixed by this beautiful cloud of light,
Very
multicolored.
shiny.
You can see that this whatever the light is affixed to is some sort of a strange iron or metal.
Does it look like anything that we're familiar with?
Yes, it does.
I go over to Brim and I say, "Can you tell anything about that? I know you know something about stone and metal."
Yeah. Can Brim examine the stonework? He'll get closer
Sure.
if he has to.
All right. Yes, you get right up. You get right up to it.
Yeah.
Roll another investigation check for me.
I think it's always history with stone cutting.
Oh yeah, go right ahead then.
Doesn't matter. He doesn't have any int, so it's just this plus 6. So that's an 18 actually.
That's pretty good. All right, so you right away you can see that the rock within this cavern around the door itself appears to have been worked by tools. Okay, there are shards of rock and boulders that have been broken off of the walls, as if there was some sort of operation going on in here to hollow this room out. Much different than the fractured fissure that you walked through, which was very much the earth pulling apart from itself. Very much a natural feel to the walls as you kind of ran your hands along the walls. This area looks worked by tools. And you also get the sense that this, whatever this metal, this iron object, it appears to be a door.
This is worked stone. Somebody has done this. Does not look like local work though. Definitely not local dwarf work. The orb is like doorway, I think.
I pick up a pebble and I toss it at the light.
Yeah, the middle part of the orb.
Sorry, you tossed something at the light?
I
missed
just
that.
pick up a pebble and I toss it at the light to see if it disappears after Brim says it's a door.
Okay, yep, you throw the pebble and you hit the light and it just ting, 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 and bounces off. The light seems to be fine.
Yeah. Maybe now we try open door.
Brim
I
got
thought
pretty
perhaps
close
it
to
was
it,
some
right?
sort of teleportation device when you said it was a door.
Does that count as knocking?
Brim's fairly close to it.
Yeah.
I think he has to be 15
Probably.
feet to use his skills.
Do me a favor,
Scary.
Vakea, roll me a d20, please. Brim, tell me, what are you looking for? Is someone looking for an opening mechanism? Is that what you're doing?
Well, Brim wasn't looking for one, but now that the rogue has thrown stuff at the door, he is going to look for a way to open it.
There you go.
So roguey. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so you look at the door. I'm not going to make you roll another investigation check or whatever, but you look at the door, and strangely enough, there seems to be, as you sort of run your hand over the metal, the iron, there seems to be almost some sort of striations or etchings, almost very imperceptible. But as you run your hand over it, you can feel it.
There is something carved into door, I think, but cannot see it like this. Maybe with paper or magic, possibly, or dust. We can try dust.
Anybody brought paper?
Oh.
Nope.
And Brim will attempt to get dust on the door in those etchings.
All right, so you're working on that, and as you are doing that, you hear from behind you, from the direction that you came, you hear this crunching and kind of this wet sounding creature, and you look back and you see that the man that walked in with you, the villager, has unraveled a set of tentacles that swing about. And I need everybody to hold on. I'm going to bring you into this map, and we're going to roll initiative for our first initiative of the game. Let's see.
There's something off about that guy.
I knew that there was something wrong with him.
Oh yeah, you should be able to see the map. I've got your tokens placed down here.
Yeah, you might have to zoom out to find the right spot on the map.
Yeah.
It's towards
Oh,
the bottom of the map.
Hey, Dave, I don't think my hit points are updated. That's before.
Let's do that right now. What are they at?
66.
That's a lot better.
I know, right?
You're going
Hey,
to
healthy
need
than
those.
me.
Yvonne, what are your hit points?
28.
Ooh, all right.
How's the?
So click if you can click on your token and then roll initiative. That's helpful. But if not, I can also help you get into it. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. 1 minute here.
Oh, Rob, did you just roll? Oh no, that was. All right, so we got an 11. Zomoira 22. Or actually, Yvonne, you rolled a 22, didn't you, originally?
The first time, yeah. I wasn't going to insist on it.
No, that's
What
fine.
the
I
heck's
fixed
the
it for
button
you.
for this damn thing?
It's the actual
it's-
word initiative.
Yep, just click on the
Oh.
word initiative. There you go.
Cheeky.
Dave, would I have time to? No, that's probably not what this is meant for. You can tell me if I can use this. I just printed it for you.
It's too
I would-
enamored with being vindicated.
It's
Okay.
too late for that,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I wouldn't have time for an action, right? Yeah.
But good to know for future.
Yes.
Oh. That's exciting. All right, so it looks like between Zomoira and Siobhan, who has the highest dex?
I have 18.
Same.
Oh, geez, really?
Oh yeah.
And
What happens then?
Eversalt, you have been donated a animal companion by
What?
Time Lord's wife. So thank you, Time Lord's wife. Very kind
Oh
of
my
you. We
God, thank
appreciate
you.
it. Think about what kind of animal companion you'd like to have that has been with us the whole time, of course.
Even if it just shows up
Hmm.
now.
Yep. All right, so it looks like
Got a cool advance through the wall.
you are, or no, is it Siobhan has the highest dex?
We have the
give
same
it to
deck.
her.
Tied.
Give it to her.
All right. So Siobhan, you're at the top of the order. You look back and you see these tendrils starting to snap outward towards Mordred.
Okay. I yell and I pull out my short sword and I attack.
Okay, you'll have to close the distance to get there, but you can do that.
Okay. Can I say he's close enough to Mordred in order to use my sneak attack?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I assume 25 hits.
25 will hit.
Yeah.
For sure.
6 piercing and then sneak attack. 3d6. Okay, 17 points damage.
Nice. Okay.
All right. My turn?
Well,
Okay.
Siobhan, is there anything left for you on that turn?
Yes. I use my bonus action for insightful fighting to do an insight check against our opponent to help me ensure I get sneak attack on them in the future. You have to
Okay.
contest it with a charisma check.
Okay. Well, very charismatic. So we'll
And
see
you
what
need to get a
happens
25 or better.
here. How about a 2?
No,
is
you lose.
Is that bad? Is that good? I don't know. All right. So you will get, that
Excellent.
means you get sneak attack. So you'll have to just remember that for
Automatically
next
get
time.
sneak attack in the future, yeah.
I love it. All right. So Zomoira.
I whip around and I'm looking at that tentacly beast. And Zomoira, I mean, I haven't said before, but she is a willowy 6 foot tall with dark hair and silver eyes and a little crescent moon tattoo on her forehead where her third eye would be. And she reaches out her hand and says, "Begone, fiend!" And she casts Eldritch Blast.
Oh, very nice.
And that... I love all the little buttons we've got.
Nice.
And I think I actually get a bonus to that. I'm not sure if Roll20 works with... Because I have Agonizing Blast, which is I get to add my Charisma mod to damage.
It looks like it did not do that. It just rolled a d10.
Yeah. So
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 22
Will
and then
hit.
2 force.
Plus your
5 or
charisma.
whatever,
Yeah, plus my charisma modifier.
which is
5.
yeah. So a total 7.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else from Zomoira?
Um,
You want to move? Do you have a bonus action, anything like that?
let's see. What do I have for bonus?
Villagers next. Brim, you're up after that.
Okay. I'm just gonna move. Where on the map is the creature?
Right here.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna stay where I am. That's fine.
You got it. All right. That brings us to the guy. What did I say his name was? Laqueus? Laqueus.
That's it.
Yep. Not really Laqueus anymore, as these tendrils snap about. There are 4 of them. One of them is going to make an attack against Mordred. That is a 20 on the die. I don't know what is your AC 18?
18, so that hits.
So you are grappled. You can fight that grapple by trying to escape it. You are restrained. And you can see the right up there.
Mhm.
So you are currently restrained. It is going to now attempt to bite you.
Oh. Oh.
I rolled a natural 1, so that one misses. It is going to use its second tendril to grasp onto or attempt to grasp onto Yvonne.
Uh-oh.
It's going to miss, but it has a third tendril, which it's going to try again because it really wants to grasp you. I don't think that's going to hit either with the 13.
Nope, 15.
Okay, and the third tendril, it's getting frustrated, or the fourth tendril, excuse me, and it's going to fail. So you are able to duck out of the way as they come slapping in at you.
Rogue action, yeah.
And that is its turn. It currently has Mordred grappled. Brim, you're up. Vakea, you're on deck.
So Brim is going to unlimber his maul and move down here just to the point where he's not in the way. And he is going to take a swing at our beast. I'm going to call him a beast because that's what he is.
Okay, swing.
That is a 13 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, and I actually had to do an extra D8, so hang on a second. Roll 1d8. So that's actually 17 damage.
Very nice.
And you guys know that Brim is especially quick to react. He moves a little bit faster than you expect a dwarf to.
Anything else from Brim?
Nope, that's gonna be it.
All right, Vakea.
If I think I actually go before him.
Oh, all right.
orc.
Yeah, he has a
Mordred.
13.
Yeah.
Yep, Mordred and then Vakea. You are currently grappled, Mordred.
Okay, I'm going to you know what, I'm gonna cast I can't move, right?
You are restrained.
So, let me just check something. I will cast Toll the Dead on him.
Okay.
Nice.
So he's taken damage. That's a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Super wise. 16.
Ooh. If it ties, does it beat?
If it meets, it beats. Right, Time Lord's wife?
Yeah, it's 6 to 16.
Yep.
Okay.
So
You beat
he shrugs it off. Anything else from Mordred?
That's my action. I'm just gonna say with my free action, I'm gonna pull my Warhammer. If I can. Can I
Okay.
do that? Restrained?
I think so. Sure. Yeah, you could do that. All right. Now we're at Vakea.
All right. This is getting a little crowded here. Can I even work around that?
You can go around to the other side of him.
Yeah, you could move around that if you wanted to. These walls, so you can squeeze between Mordred and the wall here if you needed to. You could go around the other direction to hop up. There's this rock. It's kind of this boulder's probably about 5 feet tall. The ceilings of this chamber are maybe 10 to 12 feet, variable height.
All right. You know what? It would be pretty awesome to run up to that rock, like quick climb, and then just jump down to like behind this guy, and then like just hit him coming down. You know what I mean? Like run up here.
Yeah,
From
absolutely. Do me a favor and
on
roll a quick acrobatics, acrobatics check.
Yeah. Acrobatics. Don't fail me now.
All right, you get up on the rock and jump off. The rock kind of crumbles under your foot. You slip a little bit, but you're able to do the maneuver, and then go ahead and roll to hit.
Right. There, I'm down there. Yeah, like as I'm like coming down, I'm like leaving the lancer behind, and with grabbing a hold with her other hand, since she held this Dane axe over her shoulder most of the time, she just grabs the other end of the bottom end of the handle, and comes down.
Crush. Oh wow!
Holy effing hell!
Natural 20. Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. In the parlance of our times, how would you like to do this?
Ooh, I like that. I like how that
All right.
sounds.
Hey, she jumping down from the rock. She comes down. You just hear like somewhat of just a very short grunt as she swings down, and the axe comes right down the back and side of the neck, and just goes right through.
Ooh, very nice. And as you do that, as you put this thing down, you just hear this sound come out of its mouth. The mouth just opens wide, lips not even moving. And after that sound, whatever that was, the door opens.
Was that abyssal?
It was not abyssal.
Okay.
Anybody get that?
Was it undercommon or draconic?
It was not.
It
I know
sounded
the
like
odds of
nonsense. Sorry.
I know the odds of this are pretty much 0, but I don't suppose it was Elvish.
Nope. Nope.
Orvish, common.
Definitely. Yeah, it wasn't common for sure. And the real question, my friends, before we take a break, the real question that I would need to ask you as this door opens, you have put down the first enemy. What is Vakea's animal companion doing?
Well, what is Vakea's animal companion? We don't know
That
yet.
is a great corollary question to that.
Yeah, you would the animal companion is a tortoise patterned mastiff. I don't know why it's tortoise pattern, but that would sound really awesome. And yeah, I hear a bit of a short bark from outside, and then just pattering of feet as it runs all the way in, catching up to us, and starts taking a sniff at this corpse that we just made out of this man.
Yes, dog shows up for calamari.
Love it. Awesome. So the door is open. This creature does not look much like the man anymore. As you look down, you can see like the hunch on its back. There are 2 of the tendrils that are sort of originating from the back area of this creature. 2 more that seem to be coming out of its neck or its face region, lifeless and laying there dead at the moment. And we're gonna take a break because I think that's what we do about halfway through. Let me look at my notes here. Mid-show announcements. We're gonna take a quick break. I was wondering, are there any updates on the Operation Supply Drop fundraising? I know that we had a animal companion donation come in. Guys, does anybody want to give me a monster drop? Just saying. $2,920 is where we're at right now for the fundraising. That's amazing. Thank you everybody who has donated to OSD. Really appreciate what you're doing. And just want to also say thank you to the Games Tavern folks for inviting us to participate. This is really great. Super fun. You guys are great. Rob, I think you had an announcement.
Yeah. So thank you guys. All of your donations support Operation Supply Drop. It is a charity that services veterans, active duty, and family members of active duty and veterans. Multiple programs, a lot of really great programs, including for wounded warriors and for veterans that are having trouble adjusting to, not being at war anymore. We appreciate everything you guys are doing for it. And please, please, please donate if you can, especially monster drops, apparently. Travis?
Come on, people.
Oh, yes. And just a reminder, we do have a giveaway going on right now for the, if I had remembered it off the top of my head, we're giving away an epic character avatar fantasy starter bundle. I didn't mention that, if you ever had to struggle with trying to come up with a portrait for your character, if you need some ideas in that, this is perfectly good, introductory tool for just, coming up with like a visual instead of doom scrolling through Pinterest probably for the next 3 hours.
So
we have
true.
a giveaway going for that. If you want to check out the product itself, it's on overheadgames.com. Remember, you need to be a follower, and also you need to be present at the end for the mods to contact you. If you win, the raffle should be open, so make sure to type in !epic, and that will put you in one ticket to the giveaway.
Awesome. Thank you, Travis. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back at the half-hour mark. I think stick around because there's more gameplay. There's gonna be a cool video, I think, during the break. Is that right? I don't know. Just stick around. We'll be back in a minute. Thanks, everybody. We still on?
We're taking a break, I swear.
Hot mics.
There's that awesome soundtrack again.
So good.
It's a great soundtrack. There's nothing wrong with the soundtrack.
Anybody recognize what that was? Out of character?
What that creature was?
Yeah, what the dude was?
Cthulhu?
No.
Was that like
Well-
a baby Utyug?
Patterned after a monster in the
Kind of a roper, right?
nailed it.
Kind of roper,
Yeah.
Is a roper Lovecraftian?
Any roper?
Mr.
A little.
Roper
It's got
is what we
very
call 'em.
tentacles and teeth.
Damn.
4 tentacles. They're rad. They can lasso a person and drag them like, I can't remember if it's 40 feet or something
50
like that.
feet and bite them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm
gets
really
like 4
glad
attacks, 50 feet, pull, and bite you in the same round.
I'm really glad I got missed by that bite.
Oh, this is cold. I asked for my blood to be hot, boiling hot. Bring it back. Go fix this, please. It's so hard to get good help these days. Oh, hello there. It's me, Scalathrax, fiend about town and, well, dungeon owner. And when I'm not creating a horde of new problems for adventurers trying to rob my dungeon, I'm looking for a horde of new 5th edition monsters. So let me tell you about Tome of Beasts from Kobold Press. Whether you need dungeon vermin or world-shaking personifications of evil, the Tome of Beasts has it. There are more than 400 new foes for your 5th edition game, everything from tiny drakes and peculiar spiders to demon lords and ancient dragons. Tome of Beasts includes monsters from the entire history of Kobold Press, with longtime favorites such as clockwork creatures, drakes and dragons, devils and archdevils. Check them out, some of my brothers and sisters in there. Dangerous flavors of the Fae, undead, and so much more. Use them in your favorite published setting, or populate dungeons in a world of your own creation. Pick up Tome of Beasts from Kobold Press and give your players an encounter they won't soon forget. Where's my blood?
Hey, thanks for watching the show. It looks like you're having a great time. Let me tell you really quick about That Many's Paint Show. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every show, the host and their guests will be painting miniatures live on stream. They'll walk you through all the different techniques and products they use to paint miniatures to a high standard in a quick and easy fashion. They'll show you all the different things live, and on top of that, the audience gets to ask questions, and we're going to answer them live on stream. If you've always wanted to learn how to paint miniatures, this is a great way to do so. And on top of that, you can paint while you're painting with us too, and chat with us and tell us about your projects, and share your pictures of your miniatures as well. We love it when people share their miniatures with us. So remember, That Many's Paint Show, every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on the Games Tavern Network. Hello, I'm Ardor of the North. When I'm not raiding Skalathrax's dungeons, I'm seeking tomes of magic to bring back to the wizened wizards of my own kingdom. And that's why I'd like to tell you about a tome called Deep Magic from Kobold Press. Their kobold minions have traveled the plains, seeking the secrets of magic. They've unearthed ancient tomes of forgotten civilizations. They've been bargaining with demons and creatures of the void, and scaling towers of Shadowfame mages to unlock their secrets. Their tome, Deep Magic, includes dragon magic, elven high magic, shadow magic, angelic wards, ley lines, illumination magic, rune magic, time magic, mythos magic, and even alchemancy. Now they pass along their hard-won knowledge to you in Deep Magic, an arcane series for 5th edition. Here you'll find new schools of magic, arcane traditions, new and variant spells, magical feats, spell-slinging NPCs, and so much more. There are even more schools of magic than I've even mentioned. This book is 356 pages of pure magic to keep your players guessing, and your campaign fresh for years to come. You can buy it now at koboldpress.com.
back.
Hi.
We're back.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Dave from Guild Superior, your humble dungeon master. We're here raising money for OSD. I've got a great group of people here. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's fantastic. I want to give a big shout out to the Games Tavern for inviting us to do this and setting this whole thing up. It sounds like things are going well with the fundraising, and there's still more time for you to donate. Let's see. Transitioning back. Hey, let's check in on the charity and see where we're at.
Well, we are raising money to help vets, and so far we have managed to get up to $2,920. Is that the case, Reed?
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. Anyway, remember, you can donate more to help the characters, and we definitely absolutely cannot donate money to put in monsters because we don't want to put in monsters because those hurt the characters. Yes, you can put in money to put in monsters, but we prefer you don't. Anyway, if you donate to Operation Supply Drop, 90% of each dollar will go directly to programs for veterans and their families, so you should definitely contribute.
Thank you, Anna. And yes, you should definitely contribute $75 for a monster drop. Let's turn this into a cabin in the woods. All right, here we go. Oh, now I have to concentrate again. All right. You have seen this door open. And there is on the other side of the door sort of this green glow. Do you walk through the door?
Is the green glow a light, or is it a mist, or is it what is the glow?
Seems like a light of some kind.
So Brim points at their dead monster and says, well, that was trap. Do you think a door is also trap?
So, is it a trap if you know it's a trap?
The only one that could have told us is already dead, so might as well investigate it.
Can I do maybe a nature, not a nature check, a medicine check on the corpse?
Yes, you certainly can.
Just kind of figure out what was that? 13.
You examine the body of this creature, this villager. It definitely has the resemblance of the person that you were speaking with throughout the morning, the individual Laqueus, who guided you to this fractured rock wall. But it also has, as I mentioned, these tendrils that sort of erupted from around its neck and jaw and on its back. 4 of them that are now laying limp on the ground. It definitely looks as though something, either he's not human or something changed him, perhaps.
Okay.
Mordred, what do you think this is?
Not sure if I've ever seen anything like this before. Could I go examine the door, see if I can make out that writing? Wasn't there some kind of inscriptions on the door?
There were
yes. Yep. Brim mentioned that there were some sort of very faint etchings in the door. You can roll an investigation check if you'd like. What are the rest of you doing?
I kick the corpse and I say to the others, I knew we shouldn't have taken him with us.
13 for investigation.
They're almost hard to see, Mordred. You run your hands over the door and you can kind of feel the markings, but in terms of perceiving them with your eyes, very difficult, and they don't seem to make sense to you. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Very nice.
For a total 28.
As you're running your hands over it, you get this dark sense, as if something penetrates uninvited into your head. It doesn't hurt, but it causes you a quick sense of dizziness. And you get this sort of essence of longing or hunger. That's the best way to describe it. But it doesn't, it seems very foreign to you.
I'm just going to pass that along to everybody.
I'll cast Detect Magic on the door and see if those letters pop out.
You detect magic on the door. The letters and the inscriptions themselves are not magical.
Okay.
I look at the K as he tells us about this sense of hunger, and I ask if there's. Do you think perhaps it's some sort of disease, either physical or magical? Perhaps he caught something that made him transform like this.
Vikea stands back up from petting Courage and flicks her hair back and just says, "Oh, I hope you have eaten before we got here, because we're just gonna have to let it go. We're gonna have to go in there."
Yeah, I'm afraid if we want to try to rescue the people, there's no other way.
On that note,
I
Brim is
would like to-
gonna... Sorry, go ahead.
I would like to cast False Life on myself. It lasts an hour.
Okay.
Brim is gonna try and look into the door since it's open now.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
24.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you look in and you can see that your vision is obscured by this purplish. Now it's almost green and purple patterns. It looks. What's your background again? You're a smuggler.
Yeah, I mean he knows caves.
Yep. It doesn't look like any sort of door that you've ever seen in a cave.
Okay. I am just going to chalk this up to magic at this point. Do we go in or do we check for more trap?
Doesn't seem we have much choice.
Have
Same
you ever
option
seen a
as
trap
before.
like this?
In cave? No. In large stone building? No.
I suppose we'll just find out.
Shall we?
And Vikea just whistles to Courage and then walks through.
All right. Anyone else follow Vikea and what's your mastiff's name?
Courage.
Courage.
Aw, the friendly dog.
We need it.
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
anyone not going in? Because this might be the end of the game for you. Let's put it that way.
Modred goes in right behind.
All right, everybody roll a D8 for me, please.
One.
Okay.
5.
6.
We would have all gotten like in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would have been great.
2.
All right, I'm gonna move your tokens into the next room here. Give me a second.
Bunch us all together.
All right. 5 for Mordred. How dare you?
Oh,
20
this
is
can't be good.
being weird. Okay. A 2 for Vikea and Courage.
Well, we didn't expect it to be a picnic.
What? I was totally told this was going to be a picnic.
What the hell?
A fiendish picnic.
Okay. I bet Shard Tabletop wouldn't give me this funkiness. All right. Rob, Brim. All right. Let's see. Zomoira, you rolled a 6. Okay. And Yvonne, a 1. Got it. Ah. Okay. as you step into this green light, this green and purple light, you feel your body pulled forward, almost as if being drawn through space. And you find yourselves being essentially materializing in this massive room. Let's see, I'm gonna get some tunes going here because I like it. The door sort of drops you into this massive circular chamber. Hopefully you guys can all see the map here. You find yourself, I guess, Siobhan, you're at a door and your companions are not with you. Vakea and Brim, you are standing next to each other, but the rest of your companions are gone. Zomoira, you're alone at a door, but you look to the right and you can see Mordred standing at a similar looking door, maybe 40, 50 feet from you. It's a massive chamber. There's this eerie green haze that floats across the space, and the space is dominated by a strange scaffold-like structure. There are these walkways that converge on some sort of central platform. Along each of the walkways, you can see these fleshy pods that are connected in some cases by green cylinders that are glowing, similar to those that you may have. Well, no, you actually didn't see that because I didn't go to that room. You also notice that whatever is below this superstructure, these trellises and these walkways, is obscured by this haze, and you are for the most part separated.
Can I see Vakea and Brim to my left?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Well, I walk over to them because that's the smart thing to do.
Vakea and Brim, you also notice that there is a figure just about 10 feet away, has not seemed to notice your presence yet.
Can I move my character token over to Vakea and Brim?
Yes. Are you going to move stealthily, or are you going to rush, or how are you going to move?
I think I'm going to rush, actually.
Okay. Roll a stealth check with disadvantage, please.
Okay. Stealth. 13.
All right. Yeah. This sort of dwarvish-looking creature before you doesn't seem to notice you yet.
Thank God for +10.
Yeah, that's nice. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, Vakea and looks over to Brim and Yovan. Head gestures at the guy, the individual standing just about 10 feet from us. Yeah, with that look of, we take it down all at once.
Yeah, Brim will
whisper.
quietly say, "I guess you go high and I go low."
I whisper.
Keep him alive. We want to question him.
All right.
I'm going to start making my way towards Zomoira.
Okay.
As quickly as I
Are
can.
you going to... Okay, so go ahead and also roll a stealth check with disadvantage, please, as you make your way across.
It would be a disadvantage anyway.
Double disadvantage?
Yeah. Not too bad, though. 17.
Damn.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah, you don't seem to draw the attention of what Zomoira can see is some sort of a dwarvish-like creature working on something near these pods in this lower left quadrant of the map.
I will turn to Mordred and say, stick with me, you'll be all right. And I cast guidance upon him.
Very nice. Back
Very
up in the
nice.
other part of the cave where Vakea, Ivan, and Brim are you going to make a move on this individual? What's your plan?
Yeah.
I think we are. Brim is pulling his bow out.
All right, let's do this. Let's everybody roll initiative. Because you have been
Right.
undetected, this individual will be surprised, which means that they will not get an action on the first round of combat.
All right. Give them shitty initiative rolls so I can roll high for my attacks.
All right. Mordred, what's your dex? Hello?
Oh, sorry. What was that?
What's your dex?
Can I apply guidance towards initiative? My dex is 16 plus 3.
Okay. I don't know. Sure. Yeah,
Yes.
go for it. It's a skill check.
I did roll initiative, it just didn't take.
Oh, okay. So you are, what'd you
16.
Was it a
Okay.
D4?
Yeah, add a d4 to it.
Oh, so plus 3, so I'm at 15.
Solid investment.
Okay. All right. So it looks like Siobhan has the initiative.
Okay. I pull out my short bow and I shoot at Mr. Dorsch. Oh, I see. Sorry, I'll roll again. I accidentally had disadvantage on. Okay, 22 to hit.
That will hit. Roll
Okay.
damage, please.
And 9 piercing plus 3d6. 21 points damage.
Yeah, your arrow flies true, hits the Durgar in the back, and he falls down to the ground on one knee and kind of turns back to look at you and growls loudly. So total of, got it, 21. Okay. Is there anything else from you?
I use my bonus action to do insightful fighting and try and get it sneak attack so that in the future I can use sneak attack.
Okay.
So,
Brings us to,
insight.
or do I roll anything?
Yes, you have to do a charisma check. You have to get
Got
better
it.
than a 9.
Oh, a 2. Nope, I sure didn't.
Okay.
All right. Brim with Zomoira on deck.
Brim is also going to fire on him, but Brim is going to make sure that he's firing at probably his arms. He doesn't want to kill the Durgar. So,
Okay.
just
So
just
a
disable it.
non-lethal attack?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually 2 of them. So,
All right.
trying to pin him down, see what happens.
That's cool. Yeah.
And if it looks like he's still gonna get up, I can fire again. But otherwise, I'll...
He's pinned with one of your bolts against his or one of your arrows, excuse me, pinned up against this sort of fleshy pod next to him.
Okay.
And you can see that there's a bit of steam, this green steam that kind of seeps out of the arrow puncture, but he is, for all intents and purposes, unconscious.
All right, then Brim will not fire again. I think he is taking a nip.
All right.
Okay,
Anything
that's
else
my
from
turn.
Brim? All right, Zomoira and then Mordred, back down in the lower left corner of the map here.
It begins, she says as she casts Eldritch Blast at the nearest creature, which looks like a guy with a mohawk.
Yes.
All right. And I actually get 2 of these attacks.
Okay.
And then I add 5 to the damage if they hit.
Okay, the first one hits, blasts this Durgar stone guard in the chest, And as the second blast comes, he steps out of the way as it flies past him. So that's a
Ooh.
total of 9 damage. Right? You said
Correct.
5? Okay. I can add. All right, cool. Anything else from Zomoira?
That is it for right now.
Okay. Mordred.
Okay. I am going to bonus action cast spiritual weapon.
Sounds good.
A silvery, sparkling spear appears right next to him, and I will take a swing. I'm gonna cast that. Yeah, at second level.
This isn't a spear, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, it is a spear.
Nice.
There we go.
.22 to hit.
Oh yeah, definitely hits.
For 9 force damage.
All right, 9 more damage. I love it.
And then, since that was
That was your bonus action.
I can still do a cantrip as my action, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna toll the dead on him too. So he'll need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is going to be a 16.
They keep saving.
Oh,
Toll the dead hasn't worked for me yet. All right,
he'll
he
get there.
saved. He saved.
Anything else? You wanna move or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna just get closer. Maybe about there.
All right. That brings us to the workers in this place who are surprised this round, as I mentioned, so they will not get a turn this round as they look up from their work, having been dealing with whatever it is they're dealing with on this strange contraption that you're looking at. But you do hear something in your heads. Some of you, depending on your intelligence or your wisdom, may recognize that, whatever that was, as similar to what you heard before from the mutated villager, let's say, who was killed in the first chamber.
Can we
Very
run a check
similar.
for that? Whether we
What's that?
recognize it? Can we run a check for that, like a wisdom check or
Yeah,
whatever?
you don't need to. I'll just, you
Okay.
guys recognize it as similar to what you heard before.
Okay.
And that brings us to Vikea. Yep.
All right. Well, no time like the present. It's time to close the gap. I am okay. Vikea, seeing the situation, the target's dead, and there's the rest of them.
Unconscious. Our target's unconscious.
Is it unconscious? So I
Yes.
could just hop right over this guy and leave him alone.
He's actually pinned to that pod next to him.
Yep. And there's like this green sort of mist coming out of the pod where the arrow punctured it.
Okay, so Vikea is going to, she's going to put the lantern down and holding her axe like over her shoulder, she's going to start charging down that pathway, like hop right over the whatever that creature, whatever that humanoid is, and start heading down towards the center.
Okay. Are you going to use your action to dash, or how are you going to move?
I'm going to action dash and move, so that should give me a lot of room.
Yep.
Doing it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 35, 40, 40. Yeah, I think that should get me there pretty far.
Yep. Yep. So use your action to get there. Anything else? I will say that as you run across this this walkway, sort of the sound of your feet causing it to sort of echo, this metally echo. Think like scaffolding, you know. You notice looking at these pods as you run past through them that they are fleshy purplish on the outside, but there is a glass front to them. And as you look in, you see each one of them has some sort of a humanoid inside of it.
All right.
Anything else from you or your mastiff? Is Courage
let's
going with
see.
you, or did you say
Yes.
sit, Courage, sit?
You know what? Courage is going to take is basically just taking my body language as it's time to go. So right behind, right at my heel as I'm running down this path.
Who let the dogs out? All right, that brings us to the top of the order. And as that happens, something happens because we're getting into it. As Vakia runs past the punctured pod, if you will, the glass in front of it shatters, and this sort of milky green ooze spills onto the walkway as one of the humanoids inside of it steps forward, lurching out, turning these worm-like tentacles protruding from what was once its face. So the token looks actually pretty nice. It doesn't look like the token. There's these tentacles that are coming out of its face, and it just kind of watches as Vakia runs past and is going to, so that happens. Similar to that on the other side, almost as like a domino effect. These glass pods start to burst, and these creatures possibly looking like humans, but not really. They start to come out, and they are going to lurch in your direction. So they are going to come up the trellis here.
Uh-oh.
And they are going to make some attacks on you.
Oh.
You watch as these tentacles have like a blade almost like on the end, a claw, and they're going to make some attacks. Let's do this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Let's see. So a 12, a 13, a 12, and a 17.
Okay. 17 lit. I had AC of 16.
Okay. Oh, I actually had it in there. Sorry. I am so sorry. It is actually a +6 to hit. So it's a 15, a 16, a 15, and a 20.
Oh.
So does that mean 2 of them hit?
2 of them hit, yeah.
Okay.
The 16
so
and the 20.
The first one will be a 14 slashing damage and 9 slashing damage.
So as a reaction to the first hit, I'm going to use Stone's Endurance. I'll just throw that up there. And let me roll the d12. Oop, that does not work.
Nice.
Adding... Where the heck is my... Trying to bounce between my sheets here. Adding 3 to that. So I shrug off 13 damage from the first hit. And only took 1.
Very nice. So that's your reaction. Glass shatters across the trellis. These creatures emerge. And Zomoira, in your head, you hear something piercing and foreign and evil.
Your patron cannot save you now, Asimar. You are mine.
And it follows that up by giving you an order. Kill the cleric.
Oh.
And I need you, please. Let me get this out of the way. I need you to make a saving throw for me.
Okay.
Let me just double check. I think it's a wisdom, but let me double check it. I have it right here. There it is. It is a wisdom saving throw, please, versus a 16.
Oh yeah.
What'd you get?
I rolled an
Ha!
18.
Oh yeah. So you hear this, and it's like it's horrible and foul and offensive, but you with will of power and wisdom, you push it out of your head.
I will not be swayed, foul beast.
Love it. Love it. Okay, so that brings us to the top of the order, Siobhan.
So the door that Brim and I are standing next to, does it look like we can get through it?
That's the door you came from. Or actually, that's not the door you came from. That's the door that Brim and Vikea came from. You can certainly try to.
Okay. So I
what would
go
you like to
over-
do?
I whisper to Brim, I don't think we can help Vikea, but if we take that door thing out of the area and quiz him on what's going on, perhaps we can come back and help him when we know more. Brim? Does
He
Brim
hears
agree?
you. No,
Okay.
he hears you. He's you've seen this before. This is when Brim doesn't have a quick answer for something.
Right.
He's thinking.
Well, I go over and I try and grab the dwarf and drag him to the door.
Okay. Yeah. Roll an athletics check for me.
God help me. Oh, wait,
Brim, you are on
athletics.
deck.
3.
It's tough. He is pinned with an arrow, and so you're working the arrow, and it's really stuck in there, and you're not quite able to get him to the door, but you do drag him towards the door. You get about halfway, we'll say.
All right, so I'll move
About
them.
right there. Yep.
All right,
And
perfect.
that is your action. Is there anything else? You moved, you did your action. Do you have a bonus action?
I
any
do.
other-
I have Eye for Detail, so I use my bonus action to make a perception check to spot hidden creatures or objects or uncover or decipher clues about what's
Okay.
like going on here. Like, are those people that burst out the villagers? Do I see any way to maybe help them?
Yeah, roll it up.
12.
You know, you didn't know any of the villagers, but they don't look like Durgar. They look, you haven't been out there, so you don't really know. All you know is that they're converging on your friend. However, you look to the left and the right, and you can see to the right here, if you can see my ping on the map,
Mm-hmm.
there is a glass dome very similar with a very similar pulsing light that you saw
Similar
in
to
the first
what?
room.
Similar to
that
the
you
lights
saw
in
near the
center?
door in the very first cavern.
Ah.
And that is what you pick up from that. Is that it? Is that your turn?
Yeah. Basically, I'm
Brim.
yelling at Brim to help me.
Okay.
I'm
Brim.
not yelling, whispering.
Brim is going to step past the Dergar,
Mhm.
and he'll send some arrows down the lane.
Yes, please.
He has decided that he should start the right way. So the first in the path is affected with Hunter's Mark, and arrows are headed for him.
Okay, Hunter's Mark. Good to know. Put a little net on.
It's a 21 to hit,
Definitely hits.
and that is a total of, let's see, 7 damage.
Yeah, the arrow hits this villager, or this humanoid, excuse me, in the back, and it drops to the ground.
All right, so Hunter's Mark moves to, or actually he can't move it yet, but he'll fire on the next in line.
Okay.
I assume that also hits.
It does.
Yeah,
And
that's-
similarly, this creature drops to the ground before it can even get to Velkea. Bakea.
Yvonne, you just keep dealing with Dergar. These things are very weak, but Bekea will be overwhelmed if we leave her alone.
Got it.
All right.
I keep slapping the Durgar, trying to bring him around.
Zomoira with
Do
Mordred on deck.
Do I see like the source of that voice, like somebody who I think might be the owner of the voice that was in my head, or like some kind of controlling thing, that device perhaps, or magical object?
Roll a quick perception check for me.
Okay.
You
That's
cast
an
about
8.
quickly because things are happening fast. You scan, and this room, this opening is huge. You don't see anything that you think was associated with the voice in your head. You do see a bunch of activity up at the center of this raised platform. You can see that there are multiple Durgar that are drawing weapons and preparing to do battle. And there is some sort of strange green box at the center, at the top of the platform, and there are these purple like sparks flying off of it. What would you like to do for your action?
I would like to fire on the box with an Eldritch Blast.
All right.
I think it's probably not a good idea if they finish whatever this is. All right. That's 10 force damage plus 4. 5. So 15.
15 force damage to the box. Okay.
Yes. Does it look like it took any damage?
Oh yeah, you fire the blast, and the sparks of this purple like lightning almost like flares up, and you see it happening off to the right, and these green cylinders just pulse bright as you do that, and then they go back down to sort of a normal glow.
All right, then I'll hit it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. You blast it with this force, and pieces of it go falling, and lightning explodes at these various locations. This purple lightning, like electricity almost, and then this glow of the green light that lights up almost the entire cavern, which is huge, and then it goes back down. But for those of you near or on these trellises, as you look, as it lights up, you can kind of see below the platform you're on that there's a platform that almost looks exactly the same below that, and another platform that looks the same almost directly below that, as if this is a huge pit that goes deep, deep, deep. You can't see the bottom of it. But then that all fades as the lights kind of go back to normal glow. Anything else, Zomoira?
We're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Anything else for you?
I'm gonna actually move forward, just 5 foot to get a little, or 10 feet, just right behind Mordred.
Okay. All right, that brings us to Mordred.
Okay. I'm going to move up, attack one more time with the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
$22
That will definitely hit.
for 9 force damage.
Okay.
And
It's looking pretty rough.
I'm gonna pull my warhammer and try to give him a knock over the head with it.
He calls you some nasty name in Dwarvish.
Ah,
It was uncalled for.
How rude.
15.
With his war pick, he bashes it out of the way.
Oh.
You do not connect.
It's an AC on this guy. All right.
Anything else, Mordred?
No, that was my bonus and action, so I'm good. I'm gonna hold here.
All right, so I'm using group initiative right now for all of the baddies here. So first we're going to deal with Vakea. You are being attacked by these creatures that have spilled from the pods. They are going to attack you with their claws, their flensing claw. First attack is going to be an 18 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's for 14 slashing damage. The second one's going to attack 12. I think that's going to miss. And the third attack, a 19 for 8 more slashing. So a total of 22 slashing damage against you. Let's see. There's also one of these mohawked, God, these things are cool. Duragar that's going to race forward and swing its, let's see, war pick, did I say? Let's see what he has. Oh, no. King's Knife. He's going to swing a King's Knife at you. And nope. All right, King's Knife coming at you.
Ooh, this is rough.
22 to hit for 10 more piercing damage.
Ooh. How low are you, man?
Well, I didn't get the rage this entire time, so I took all of that. I'm down to like.
Oh.
Not only that, they got to go again before me.
Let's see, these guys get 10, 5. There are, you can see, Mordred, that there are more Duragar that are coming your way. 10. They are kind of moving into positions around you. And let's see. Siobhan? Did I get that right? Yvonne, sorry.
That's all right.
Roll a. Well, what's your passive perception? I guess I should say.
16.
Roll a d20 for me.
1 second. 18.
Okay. Very nice. You notice out of the corner of your eye as these creatures come through the door that you had come through adjacent to you. They are almost just, you could think of them as like a floating brain with a big raptor's beak and tentacles below it that are just sort of swaying as they come into the room. And you also see 2 more to the south of you. They are going to move in your direction.
Okay.
Can't quite get there though.
That can't be good.
All right, and I need, let's see. Vakea, roll a Roll a D6 for me, please.
There you go.
Very nice. There is a smash of another one of these pods. This green goo flows onto the trellis, and another one of these sort of zombified humanoids steps out. And that is, I think that's everything. To you, Vakea. You and Matt,
Okay.
you and Courage are surrounded.
All right. We're gonna do this.
I think it's time.
Please do.
We got to do this.
We're trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to you.
All right. So yeah, she's taking in all this damage, and like all she could just mutter under her breath is time to go to work, and her eyes shift from an emerald green into like a cyan, and like her breath starts to give out like a cold. She goes into a dead calm and grips her axe, and I'm activating Rage. Stormheld Rage. Immediately giving myself 3 points of temporary HP.
Very nice.
All right.
A very calming rage.
It's dead focused. All right, we're gonna hit this one first. And hopefully
And
this is
while
when
you're
the
doing
doom
that,
music
I just want to
kicks
point something out to the people in the chat. You know, there are these sort of glass domes around the edge of this map with a little light next to it. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but I'm just going to say if you donated $75 for a monster drop, there might be a monster that's inside there. Back to the game.
in. Oh boy. So that's the first swing. Say on one of
an
these
11?
shambling creatures.
Yeah,
Yep.
let me just double check. I'm pretty sure that hits. Yes, it does. And you cut her down as she drops to the ground, kind of spasming. These tentacles going crazy for a minute and then dropping and going limp.
All right. And then immediately spinning to her right and swinging at this guy. All right. So 19 for 14 slashing damage. And adding 3 to all these hits because she's in rage at this point.
All right, which one did you just swing at?
The one above me. She's
Okay,
like
yeah.
basically chopping down and then swinging over, coming right across the neck.
It's like Cthulhu sushi right now. You're just dicing it up, and that one falls to the ground as well, and it kind of falls and then slips between the platform and just spins downward and disappears in the green mist.
All right. And that kind of struggling with this particular thought, but I might have to go for it. Maybe moving. You know what? I think I might actually. If Brim's going to be firing arrows, that might make it easier for me to block the way while he like shoots at them from far enough away. So yeah, Vikea is gonna immediately run back across the trellis. It's gonna trigger some, but I should be able to eat a couple of hits and kind of give myself a little bit of a bottleneck.
Okay. Yvonne, we're at the top of the order. Before you do anything,
Okay.
roll a d6 for me.
Uh-oh. One.
Another one. Okay. You guys are when you roll the d6, low is better. Another one of these creatures, a pod erupts and it spills out onto the trellis nearby. All right, go right ahead.
As I see the creatures to the left and right of Brim and me, I stand up and I yell, "Brim, to the left, to the right!" And I pull out my short bow and I fire at the one that is to my left and closer to the wall.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. And then, unfortunately, I don't think I have any reason to get sneak attack on him, so I guess I'm
So
screwed there.
6 damage total.
6 damage total.
Okay.
I missed my sneak attack. Actually, you know what? I use steady aim as my bonus action since I haven't moved. That gives me advantage on the next roll.
Okay.
On the
Perfect.
next attack roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
That sounds good. That brings us to Brim.
Let's see.
Someone
Can-
on deck.
Yeah. Can Brim see that flensing creature?
Roll a quick perception check we'll see if you do.
Sure.
Let the dice decide.
20?
Yeah, absolutely. It was attacking your friend, so
right.
you definitely see it from a tactical perspective. Yes.
So he's going to go ahead and shoot that, and then turn and shoot the same creature that Yvonne just did.
Okay. The strange floating brain creature.
Yeah. 10 on our flensing friend.
Yep, and that drops it.
Yep. And he's going to actually use a bonus action to move his hunter's mark to that creature, and then fire.
Against the wall there. Got
Yep.
it. Okay.
So 11 damage.
Nice. Okay. That one has taken some damage. Love it. Anything else? Any movement or anything?
Yeah. Brim is going to step up to the end of this platform.
Sticky green goo on these metal planks that lead you towards the center sort of pillar up ahead.
Yeah.
Bodies of these strange humanoid creatures before you. Zomoira with Modred. Sorry, put an R in there where it doesn't belong. Zomoira.
Okay. I am going to close my eyes and reach deep into my center of my being and my radiant soul. And I am going to activate my wings. So you see from me
I'm
these
sorry, but somebody's knocking at my door.
these blue celestial wings just burst from my back. They almost look like dove wings coming out, but they're all incorporeal and blue. And I take to the air and I move forward so that I am within 60 feet of Vika. And I cast my ability, Healing Light. And I can heal one creature I can see within 60 feet. And I would like to use 5d6.
Very nice. Roll it up.
Okay.
That is solid.
That's really good.
So you're flying in the air now?
Yeah. So
we're flying.
How far out?
heal 19 points of hit points. And you know what? I'm going to stop. Let's see. You know what? It probably, maybe no, I'll be right here in the air.
Okay.
Probably maybe 20 feet up. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever you think is appropriate.
20 feet sounds
I'm
good.
three-dimensional, man. It's hard.
Yeah. That's cool. Anything else from you?
That's all I can
Move
do.
on to Modred.
Okay. I'm going to hit this guy again with my spiritual weapon.
All right.
.26 for
That will
13
hit.
force damage.
Yeah, you crush him. It's the spiritual weapon smashes into his head, and it just pops open, and he falls to the ground, motionless.
Okay, I will move up, and I'm going to move my spiritual weapon up over this next guy in front of me.
Okay. Yeah, you can move it up to 20 feet, so no problem.
And as my action, I will cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Those I'll just say, Celestian, be with me! And a large halo of flickering silver stars will pop out into a 15-foot radius.
Yep, 15-foot radius circle.
And all enemy creatures in that, when their turn starts, is that when I roll the damage for it?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that would do it.
Okay. So I need to make. Let's start with that. So this guy here needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. This little buddy. He was just minding his own business, working, getting the job done. And you guys came in. 15.
Fails.
All right, roll me some necrotic damage, please. Or
Okay,
is it
so
radiant?
it'll be radiant.
Yep.
3d8 radiant.
Nice.
.15 radiant.
Ooh, yeah. here, roll 20. There you go. 15. Got it. Yeah. He's buffeted by the attacks from this cloud of protection that you have around you. His speed is also going to be halved because of that. So we'll give him a little snail. Anything else? Oh, actually, it's their turn. That's why he's taking damage. He is still going to attempt to attack you. Okay. He is going to. He's going to start swinging with his war pick. 9 is going to miss.
Yes.
And then Zomoira. One of the Durgar below you looks a little bit different than the other one, and he has this kind of cloak pulled over, and he is going to use. I need you to make. Let's see here. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Versus a 12. Oh, nice. All right. And then it is going to. You are. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to roll to hit. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of dice.
I would like
21.
I would like to react. Use my reaction.
Sure. What's your reaction?
The Shadowfell brand tattoo that is the crescent moon between my eyebrows shimmers for a moment, and I become insubstantial for a moment.
Okay.
To half the damage.
All right. So you will take a total of 7 psychic damage.
Oof.
As this Durgar sent a mind poison dagger at you.
What?
Psionic attack.
All right. Sounds good.
And then the other one below you is going to race forward, seeing that its friend is being attacked and buffeted by this crazy cloud. He will throw a javelin at you, Modred. 18 to hit for 7 piercing if it hits.
18 does hit.
So you take 7 piercing as a javelin gets lodged inside you.
7 you said? Sorry.
Yep.
I believe I have to roll a save for my concentration.
Okay, while you're doing that, one of the Durgar disappears through this door over here. And let's see. These guys over here start lumbering towards. Two of them will get attacks on you, okay, as you backtrack across the trellis. First one. So make a flensing claw attack on you.
Natural 20 on my
9.
save, Dave.
Okay, nice. All right, and then the Stone Guard is going to attack you with his King's Knife. 12 is going to miss as well. You sort of deflect it as you're moving. Meanwhile, up in this corner, Brim and Yvonne, these floating brains move in to attack. You can see now that these tentacles below start to writhe and snap forward, and it's just this gross, milky brain atop these tentacles and this beak. Those of you who are familiar with some of the creatures of the Underdark might recognize these as Grell. There are going to be two of them on each of you. A tentacle attack on you, Brim. 23 to hit for 5 piercing, and I need you to make a con save, please, versus 11.
Rob?
And
Yeah.
let's see. Uh, 10. So you fail. You are grappled, and it's going to attack you with a beak attack, and it does get advantage because of that. 21 for 10 piercing.
Dave, did you say poison?
Yeah, you're basically like paralyzed.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, I have.
You can.
advantage. I forgot that you did that. Let
Oh,
me just
go
roll
ahead and
another
use
one.
that. Yep, go ahead and roll it. I apologize
No worries.
if I didn't make
Wow.
that clear.
Two
Do it.
tens. So.
Yep.
Dice.
So you are basically paralyzed until the end. Let's see. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Yep. Meanwhile, the other one is going to attack you with its beak. It will get advantage. It's going to get you two beak attacks. So a 16 and a 19.
Both hit.
So 16 additional piercing damage. And then Yvonne, same thing's going to happen to you. A tentacle attack. 18.
Yeah, it's
6 piercing damage. I need you to make a con save versus an 11.
okay. 1 second. Fail.
Oof. You are also poisoned and paralyzed
Ooh.
and grappled. So it is going to bite
God.
you with...
Paralyzed and grappled. Isn't that strike
Yeah,
you as
these
excessive?
these guys are nasty. Beak attack. The first
My
one is a 21 for 8 piercing. And then
Okay.
the second and third ones are from the other Grell, actually. So a 20 to hit and an 11. I think the 11 misses. So
Yeah, 11 misses, 20
Yep.
hits.
So only 17 damage. Not a big
17?
deal. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's total for this round.
Yes. And the 6. Sorry. So a total of 23. No big deal.
Okay, I'm down to 5 hit points.
Where's all the healing potions? Who has
Well, I'm
those again?
paralyzed. I was at full health until 2 seconds ago.
Grells are not to be trifled with. We're gonna go to Vakea.
I knew I should have run the last turn.
On the far side of the map from the cleric too.
Yeah. Okay. I got these suckers that are gonna ran up on me, and right at the start of my turn, I just take another deep breath, and it causes another burst of cold, which refreshes my temporary HP, and Brim is within 10 feet of me, so he gets 3 temporary HP as well. And
Nice.
I need to get these fools off of me so I can run over there and help. I'm going to swing first at that one. It looks like he'd be the easiest to take out. Let me grab my Grit X. I give a downward strike. That's total of 11 damage.
Yeah, that's gonna hit for sure. Sorry, which one was it? I was looking at something.
It would be the what looks like one of the humanoids that came out of the chambers.
Oh yeah. Sliced in half. Drop him quickly.
All right. An overhead chop followed by a recovery swing to the right at this guy that's trying to make his way up with it. So 18 to hit for a total of 17.
Just hits.
Woo! 17 slashing damage to that sucker.
Anything else? What's Mastiff doing? Or what's Courage doing? Courage gets an attack, doesn't it?
Boy, it would be great if Courage could just bite his foot and trip him onto the ground.
Let me
Like
see
send
real
him
quick.
falling off the trellis. That'd be great. But let me see. We have
Here's
a
a Mastiff for you.
stat block for a Mastiff. You have a stat block,
They
or-
get a bite attack. Yep. Bite attack +3 to hit. 1d6 plus 1 damage.
All right. There's the D20. So that's a 22 to hit. And you said a D6.
+1.
Total is 6 damage. You get a good chop at the
Yep.
this guy's leg.
Kind of shaking his leg, trying to get the dog off of him. All right, so total of 6 damage, you said?
Yeah.
All right. All right, is that the end of your turn?
That would be.
All right. Yvonne, I don't know why I always have a hard time saying your character's name, but Yvonne,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Well, I'm paralyzed, so
That's
I guess
right. So
the only
you really can't do much. You can make a saving throw attempt
Okay, I'll do
to
that.
get out of that. Yep. And
Do
that
I
is
do a
versus
Constitution?
con save versus an 11.
No.
Shit. All right, you remain
Can I use my
paralyzed.
bonus action of Eye for Detail to see if I can at least see any way out of this by some miracle?
Did you get a luck point at the beginning?
I mean, I can still see even if I can't move.
You can still see. So sure. What does that do again? Remind us.
Spot hidden creatures or objects. Make intelligence checks to uncover, decipher clues. I'm looking for a way out. Any way out.
Do it.
Okay.
Roll up. What is it? A perception check?
Yeah.
Sure.
15.
15.
Do I see a way out of here?
You don't.
Oh.
But what you do see is a door open and a creature emerge, levitating
God.
about 10 feet above the ground as it comes through, humanoid in nature, maybe 6 feet tall, squid-like head with tentacles, 4 of them draping down and floating in front of its head. And it kind of turns to you, and as you're sort of perceiving it, it almost detects that, and you can see it's got like this lamprey set of teeth in between these tentacles. You notice that. Nobody else notices that, by the way, yet.
Yeah. Great.
Brim.
I can't even
let's
yell
get
that
a-
they're doomed. I'm paralyzed.
Let's get a save.
Oh, hey.
Ooh, healing potion drop. Thank you, chat. Brim, what would you like to do? Or I guess I need you to make a con save. That's what you would like.
Currently paralyzed.
You would
But it
like to
looks like-
save right now.
No longer paralyzed.
Oh yeah, you shake it off. You are still, however, grappled by this Grell.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of your turn. That
Correct.
brings us to Zomoira.
Okay. Now that box that I was firing at before, does it look like it could take a few more hits?
Yeah, oh for sure. It looks pretty sturdy. You definitely
Okay.
there's scorch marks on it from where you hit it, and pieces of it are sort of shattered, and it's got this purple, like electrical, like sizzle to the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it looks pretty sturdy.
I am going to hit it a couple more times, I think. So. Okay, so that's +5, 7 force damage.
Okay.
And if that doesn't do it, I'll hit it again.
Yep.
No.
Oh, it's bad.
That's
Monster drop.
Uh,
All right. North Shore DM, assuming that you're watching, I will allow you to roll a d12 for me, please.
Oh boy.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
It's gonna get good. So yeah, go ahead, Zomoira.
Yeah, I
Wait for that
do
D12.
15 points of force damage to that box.
Okay, so with that blast, you can start to see that pieces of it are sort of like falling off, and
Mhm.
it appears as though there's something more inside of it. It looks almost mechanical in a sense. Thank you. Number 9. Oh my God. Yep. All right. Anything else, Zomoira?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one of those bonus action healings, and let's see who needs it most over here. One's got 36, one's got 32.
Probably Yovan, but her hit
Can you
points,
get
right?
me from that far away?
Not
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Well,
about that.
What was the range on it?
Besides, you probably can't even see me.
That's. Can you see?
Oh,
my
that's in range.
Yeah.
That's 60 feet.
I could. Is your hit points? You only have 28 hit points total.
Yeah. My
Oh,
constitution
well then you're
was 12.
healed up, aren't you?
You're level 5, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
Hey, we're over $3,000 on the donations. Everybody, thank you so much who's
Thank you.
contributed.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, super cool. I'm about to TPK these guys. This is so much fun. I'm having a blast. All right, Zomoira, is there anything left on your turn? Madrid,
Well, I can't heal her beyond what she is, and if she's
Correct.
at 28, then
No, she's not. She's at 5 hit points. She hasn't updated her token.
oh, okay.
I updated my hit point thing. I don't know why
On your
it's not showing
sheet,
up
but
as
not
well.
on your token, right?
They don't
No,
talk to
she's
each
good.
other.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
up
they
to
don't
speed.
talk.
It's all good.
No.
Anything
What?
else from Zomoira?
Yeah,
and then
Okay,
we'll
there it
move
is.
on.
There it is. Sorry.
Oh,
You're
okay. Then yes. Then I will heal you. And I'll give you I've got 3d6 left. So please take 14 points of healing.
I will take that.
Nice.
And I will actually fly forward just like one more square. Like so I'm right next to that box.
And Yvonne, based on that divine energy of healing you just had, I will make sure to remember this, but you'll have advantage on your saving throw against paralysis on the next turn.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, Madrid.
All right. I don't have control of my spiritual weapon. Maybe I'm using the wrong. No, I can't move it. I'd like to move him up to that guy in front of me.
Okay.
And strike him.
Smack
with
him.
it.
Smack him.
That rolled at advantage. Sorry, so it'd be a 15 to hit.
15 is going to.
Is guidance still on me?
Did you ever use it the first time?
I used it once.
You
for
use it on
initiative.
advantage.
Then it's a 1.
Oh, it's a one.
One and done.
Deal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what's going
Oops,
on here?
I'm not-
That hits. I
Oh,
think.
great. 9 force damage.
Yeah, you would need
Uh,
less.
Yep, you drop him.
Okay.
That's your bonus action. What would you like to do for your action?
I will move 1, 2, 3. I'll move to here.
North
And-
Shore DM, real quick. Thank you for the monster drop. Give me a D20 roll as well. Go ahead, Andy.
Can I move my spiritual weapon again?
It can move
Or-
20 feet total in a during your bonus action or during a turn. So yeah, you can move it up to 20 feet total.
Okay, so I'm gonna move it. I don't know how far I already moved it. I thought I moved it in that last turn, but
You're good.
so I'll move it up next to this guy here. And but right now I'm gonna hit him with my warhammer. $21 for 10 bludgeoning.
Yep. This guy right here.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. 21 hits for sure. Smack him right across the head.
And at the start of their turn, those two guys are gonna have to fight with my spiritual guardians.
All right, and I think it is the beginning of their turn right now, so they will make a couple of wisdom saves. This guy first. A 13. And
Does
the
not
other
save.
guy. His sheet won't come up, but we'll just do this. He fails as well, so roll me some radiant damage for these guys.
Is it one for each or just one roll?
Just roll the damage once and it applies to both.
Okay. 18
wow.
radiant damage.
The one right in front of you drops to the ground. The
Yeah.
other one cries out in pain. but does not go down. He is going to attack you with, he's gonna attack you with his mind poison dagger. 16 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah, you step out of the way, but he's gonna try again. 15 misses. You dodge
Misses.
2 times as he comes at you. Let's see. Vakea, you've got 2. Let's see. You've got one of these guys on you still, who's swinging the king's knife at you. A 24 to hit for 11 piercing damage.
All right.
And then we've. Oh, did you have a reaction?
No, I'm just accounting for resistance.
You got it. You all hear in your heads this strange voice. And you are all, whoever pays attention, your eyes are drawn towards this creature that came into the door, who just seems to be standing, observing. And let's see, Brim, you're not poisoned, you're not grappled, or are you still grappled?
He's still grappled.
Okay, so these Grell are gonna have their way with you. I apologize. Consent was not given, but they just don't seem to care.
Hopefully that temp HEP helps.
2 beak attacks. Let's see. While grappling the target, advantage on rolls. Okay.
Both hits.
Okay, so 12 piercing. And the other one is going to also make attacks. However, let's see. A 14 and an 11.
14 hits.
For 4 more piercing.
Okay.
How are you looking right now?
Not great.
All right. Yvonne, there are more against you now. You're still paralyzed. You're gonna have advantage on your saving throw next time. But they are, man, these Grells, they're gonna go after you pretty bad here. So the first one is gonna make 2 beak attacks. I'm so sorry. A 15 and a 12.
15 hits.
So 8 piercing, and the other one is going to make 2 attacks. An 11 and a 22.
22 hits.
So for 5 more piercing.
I'm not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
Yeah.
That's good.
Only because of
there's more to
Zomoira. If it weren't for Zomoira, I'd be very dead now.
We're going to go to Vakea.
Okay.
More short DM on deck.
As in, and with every so often, it's just another burst of cold air emanating from her, refreshing the 3 temporary HP to myself and Brim as a bonus action. And I'm gonna take one more swing at this guy. Hopefully I can lop this head off and try to move. We have 13 to hit. Eeh.
I think, let me double check this. That does not hit. Smashes against the chainmail that this dwarf creature is wearing, this pale dwarf.
All right. So he deflects it, and then I try to, with the recovery swing, go one more time on him. For 17, a total of 14 damage.
17 doesn't hit either. This guy has a high AC. So sorry. Do you want to run?
Well,
sorry, that was rude. I apologize.
Nah, you know what? I'm standing like, right now, me running is not going to help. And there's not much I can do just hopping over towards Bren unless I have actions to take those guys out. I'm tied up. But I could see Courage trying to back me up since we're trying
Yeah,
to deal with this
right.
guy.
Roll an attack for courage.
All right, that's
18. That's gonna
Think
hit
so?
actually. Yeah, 18 hits. Just hits for D6 plus 1 damage.
a total of 3 damage.
Yeah, whittling away, as they say.
All
Anything
right.
else, Vakea?
I don't have much else left on my turn, so no, that'll be it.
All right, so you guys hear this laughter.
Oh,
Very similar voice to what you heard before, and you see that this glass dome right here on the top left corner of the map smashes open, just shatters, and that you hear this as North Shore DM, a wyvern, races out. And let's just check here to see. Yep. It flies towards the flying creature. Zomoira comes straight for you, just comes in, and it's going to try to bite you first.
Oh man.
I'm so amped up I couldn't even click the button. 21 to hit
That does hit.
for 15 piercing, and then its tail comes around and hits you with a stinger attack.
Okay.
This is what monster drops do, folks.
Oh,
However, he misses as you dip out of the way.
okay.
Let's see. Pretty straightforward. All right, that brings us to Yvonne. You have advantage on your saving throw Constitution.
Wish me
Beat
luck,
an 11,
everyone.
please.
Please.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Thank
All
God.
right.
Thank the gods. Thank the deities that
Yes.
Zomoira is her patron, because you are no longer paralyzed. However, you are grappled.
So,
No
I-
movement, I believe.
well, I can still.
You are grappled, and let's see, and restrained. So yeah, you cannot move.
Ah, crap. Can I still attack? At all?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, I try and attack with my short sword, and I assume I have disadvantage.
Which one are you attacking? The one that you've been attacking before?
Yeah.
The one that's got you grappled? Okay. Yep, makes sense.
Sorry.
20 is gonna hit.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. It's a disadvantage, so I need to roll again to make sure that. Oh, well, I guess 20 is going to hit. So 8 piercing
Nice.
damage.
All right. Thank you. 8 piercing.
I'll take what I can get
Yep.
before
All
I
right.
die.
Brim.
Brim is going to try and break out of this grapple. I think it's a strength check.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, because I don't have anything that makes more sense. So
Strength versus strength. I'll roll for the Grell. A 10. Oh yeah, you break the grapple, no problem.
Okay. And then he's immediately going to. Let me think about this. Yeah, he's gonna drop the bow and grab his maul and take a single swing. How does that work?
Just attack. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Yeah.
That works great. Yeah.
15 to hit?
That is going to hit
All right.
for a total of 11 bludgeoning. And remind me, which one is it? The one above you or to the right?
To the right.
Got it. So 11 total. Nice. Yeah, you smash it. Enough of this grapple shit.
Yeah.
Anything else from Brim? Zomoira, you're on deck with a wyvern attacking you.
Yvonne, get to the trellis.
What trellis?
The one I'm standing on.
I'm restrained.
I see. Rent free.
Sequence of events. All right, Zomoira.
Oh man. Okay. I am now being attacked by a wyvern. And I'm going to try to. Do I have anything besides just Eldritch blasting it? I don't know. Oh gosh. Okay. So there's also like this weird wizardy guy next to me, and then there's the box itself. If I cast it's sword burst, would the box take any damage as well?
Tell me about sword burst. What exactly does it say?
It does say any creature within range other than you.
It's not a creature.
Okay, fair. All right, then I'll Eldritch blast the wyvern.
Eldritch blast it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 9 force damage.
Okay. Pieces of it fall apart. It's kind of like flashing now with these sparks of purple electricity.
Okay. Okay. I thought I said the wyvern, but I'll just say the second
I thought
one
you were
hit
attacking
the
box.
wyvern. So yeah, that's pretty much the same. So we'll say one hit the wyvern, perhaps, and then one hit the box.
There we go.
Yeah.
No sparks, just a All right.
Okay.
Anything else that you want to do?
I don't have any more of that wonderful bonus healing light anymore.
All right. Madrid, you are up.
How high are you?
About 20 feet.
Oh, I'm up. Sorry.
Yep.
Bonus action, attack these other baddie with the spiritual weapon. So I'm
Got
gonna go
it.
up to him. I'm gonna hit him with that.
Smack him.
Oh, natural 1
Hey,
for a total
nope.
of 9.
He sidesteps your attack.
I will move to there and hit him with my hammer.
All right.
$25 for 9 bludgeoning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you hit him and you knock him so hard that he falls off the platform, slips between the structures and falls below into the green haze.
Yeah. Right. With the rest of my movement, I'm gonna move down this way.
Okay. And that brings us
Yeah.
to the bad guys. Let's see. All right, so Yvonne, you're still sort of have this creature up here at the north end of the room in sight, and it just sort of looks upon the battlefield, and in your mind you can almost hear it laughing. All of you kind of hear this additional uttering of some sort of strange language, and it simply walks back in through the door and disappears.
Oh,
And with that, you hear glass shattering.
Oh dear.
all over the corridor. Below you, looking down, Brim and Vikea, as you look down to the levels below, shattering glass as more of these villagers, possibly the people from the trader's caravan that you were looking for, Brim, possibly the people from Arberg, are now shambling towards you guys, sort of surrounding you. This wyvern coming at you, Zomoira. And with that, the lights of this entire place, as the sparks sputter from the structure below you, having hit it with that last blast that you didn't intend to, but you did anyways. All the lights in this place go dark. And you just hear this voice in your head. Now your brains will be added to my library. And that, my friends, is where we're going to have to end, because it's 4 o'clock. And that, my friends, we could go on for hours, but that's where we'll end this 4 o'clock. Big shout out to all the folks in the chat who got involved. Big shout out to DM. Much love, brother. Thanks for throwing a monster drop in there. Much love, brother. Thanks for throwing maybe someday we'll come back and see what happens. But for the most part, you guys are. Maybe someday we'll come back and see what happens. But for the most part, you guys are. Maybe someday. Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks North Shore DM for dropping monsters on us. That was really fantastic. Thanks North Shore DM for.
There were a lot of other monsters in there that could have.
Yeah, I bet.
We'll have to replay this sometime. There were a lot of.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you for participating in our charity drive. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
To us.
Thank you so much
Participating in
for
our charity
watching.
drive. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Let's do a quick check-in with how we're doing. Reed, do you have an update for us? Let's do a quick check-in with how we're doing. Reed, do you have an update for us? Let's do a quick check-in with how we're doing. Reed, do you guys, 3 hours is tough. Let's do a
Wow.
3,000.
Oh,
3,035.
Oh, man.
There are a bunch more games, right? I don't know the schedule off the top of my head. Durst Manor is coming up in a couple of minutes, so stick around and get involved with that. Again, this is the Games Tavern. I'm Dave from Guild Superior. Super happy to have been able to contribute and be part of this, you guys. So thank you for inviting us to play this game. I didn't TPK you guys, so there's unfinished business to be had.
Or did you?
Exactly.
Well, this would actually be much more fun if you decided to capture our characters and then we had to find our way out somehow.
That could be our next one shot.
TPKs are fun though.
They are. I enjoy them. Of course, Ashley and Andy know that, and so does North Shore DM. As everybody knows, we're raising money for Operation Supply Drop. We really appreciate you getting involved so that we can help veterans, active military and military families. And it means a lot. So thank you very much. I don't know if there's anything else that anybody wants to say, Rob or Eversalt or anyone else, feel free. I'm done.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching and participating. $3,035 raised for vets so far. So proud of everybody that's participating. Very happy with our audience for, oh my gosh, it's a large number of money to supply. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to everybody who donated. We really appreciate it.
You're all wonderful.
It's that awkward moment now.
What wonderful.
What do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands? Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
gosh.
you so much.
Thank you.